Hey everyone, welcome. Hope you guys doing really well and super excited to be with you guys on this $1 million agency secrets. Can't wait to share with you what do we got. Look, just getting started on this. If you're jumping online, come and say hi. Um, and we're going to go through. So let me start by saying I think one of the biggest thing which I've heard all time, doesn't matter what sort of business you run, whether you'd run a marketing agency, whether you are a freelancer, or you just run a website company and build websites for different people, right? So one of the biggest thing is people come to us and they ask one big question: how do I get more clients? How do I get more leads for my business? And that's the number one thing for every business owner or a small business owner. People are just coming and asking for, how do I get more clients for my business, right? So today we want to talk about this, and I'm going to share something with you. We call it client attraction method. How do you attract clients towards your business? And I want to share the method, what we use to help you get to that level, right? So that's what we're going to talk about. The entire client attraction method, what we've been using, I've been using, and I've been teaching this for a long time now. And so let's get started. Let me share my screen, and then we're going to get going. So today is all about how we're going to attract clients to our business, right? That's the number one goal. It doesn't matter what sort of business you run, how long you've been in the business. That's the number one problem, right? So everybody's just sort of uh, your clients are coming to you for need more clients, right? So that's the main thing. We want to get more people coming to our business, and you want to help other people as well. So if you're helping other people get more clients for their business, this method is going to help you. So what we call it client attraction method, right? How do you attract clients in your business? What are the methods available, right? How do you make them come to you? What are the methods? So let's have a look at different methods. What are the methods available? And we're going to go each and every method, and we're going to talk through each and every method, right? So one of the method which kind of everybody talks about is a free method, right? We get clients for free, and so there are different methods available within free, and we're going to look at each and every method within the free one. So let's go through. Number one is earned. These are the people you have earned trust online, right? So meaning that you've been organically doing something. You've been putting out these videos, you've been putting out blogs, you've been putting out some sort of content online, and you have earned the trust of your target market, and that's why they are coming to you, right? So that's a earned trust, meaning that you have earned it after working certain period of time. So it is number one thing, to earn a trust of your tribe, then you must be doing something consistently. What most people do is, they kind of do it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and they kind of expect that something in return. And here's one big thing. So if you're trying to do something, my suggestion would be to do that for 90 days, right? Doesn't matter what it is, right? To do that for 90 days. To earning a trust is really hard, and it takes a bit of time for people to like you, to know you, and trust you. So you need to earn the trust, meaning that you need to do something to earn that trust. It just doesn't happen day one. So number one is a trust. Number one is earned, meaning that you have earned the trust of your tribe, of your target market, by doing something consistently. Number two is owned. Owned is owned traffic, meaning that you have done something for a certain period of time, and then you own that traffic, you own that database. If you already have a database, you own that. Nobody else has the access to that. You own that. You own the email addresses, you own the phone numbers, you own everything around that. You know the addresses where they live, the city and all that, right? So you own it, nobody else. So in the past, if you look at it, the traditional marketing, a lot of people put a lot of stress on building the owned databases, CRM systems in place. That's why owned traffic, owned people, owned database is one of the best method, and it takes a bit of time, right? You probably have realized it's not a day one thing that you're going to have it. One of the methods you can use is build a database, manually getting other people to build it for you, meaning that you can collect it, or you go through the paid advertising and build a database as well, meaning that you have to own it. But it's not a day one thing, right? So you just can't do it step one of the business that when you're getting started. So number two is owned. Number three is all about outreaching, meaning that you go out and reach out people, right? So they are DMs. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this. If you are not DMing enough, meaning that you're not living in your messages, you're not hustling enough, right? So outreach in that sense is pretty famous as well. So you can actually outreach to people, message them directly, either on LinkedIn, either on Instagram, Facebook, any of the social media. If you already have an email address, you already have a database built, directly sending them emails works out the best. Here is a one workaround I want to give it to you guys today. So if you use any of those CRM systems, whether it's a ConvertKit, whether it's Active Campaign, whether it's whatever that is, HubSpot, you use a CRM system to do it. If you're doing outreach using a CRM system and you're sending out email or bulk email to everybody in the database, what happens is Google, which is the main email provider, or whether it's a Hotmail or any other provider, right? They now know that where these emails are coming from. They know that Active Campaigns sending from this IP addresses or this SMTP servers, or they know that ConvertKit, or they know the HubSpot SMTP addresses pretty well. So what they do is they send that email to promotional folders of Gmail, right? So Gmail's folders are divided into different categories. So inbox, promotional, and there are a few others available, right? So when you send a bulk email, it actually goes into the promotional side. So my recommendation would be now and then pick up a 5 email addresses from your database which you feel that people attracted with you in the past, or they SMS, or they message you, or they did some sort of work with you. 5 random if you don't have any, and actually email them from your inbox, manually email them. What will happen by doing this? If you're sending from Gmail, it'll land in their inbox, right? It'll land in their inbox, meaning that they'll get to read it. It's inbox, right? Which has got the priority. So this is a workaround, so you can do outreach people like that as well. So these are the 3 things are free content, meaning that number one is you got to earn the trust of people, right? You got to earn the trust of your tribe. The other one is own the traffic. You own the databases, you own the email addresses, you own the phone numbers of those people. Number 3 is outreach, meaning that going out and meeting those people, SMSing them, DMing them, Facebook messages, LinkedIn messages, whatever that is, outreaching those people, right? So working with that. The other one is, let's look at the second one. The next one is paid, right? Which is quite common as well, especially if you're running an agency, you're doing it for the people. Paid is go-to. For me personally, paid has always been the go-to method to acquire clients. And one of the biggest reason for this is because it's fast, right? So I don't want to wait for next 3 months to build my credibility and get clients. With the paid, I can do it as quickly as possible without even worrying about that. So let's look at what are the options available within the paid world to get clients. Number one is, if I look at the paid one, number one is through social media and other platforms like Google and other, right? So where you go out and market it through that, right? So social media through that. Number 2 is, let's change this. Number 2 is that you actually work with somebody, some sort of influencer. They actually helping you build that. They actually doing a shout out. That the paid marketing, there's many influencers available. That might not work for your agency, but that might work for your clients. But you got to keep in mind that influencer market is quite a big market today. People like Dwayne Johnson charges about $1 million for one post. So there is a huge market there. There's a lot of people charges good amount of money for that. So you don't need to find people like that, but you certainly can, go out and look at your local influencers. Who are those people who might be interested in doing a partnership with you and doing a shout out to your product and services, whatever that is. But it's a paid, right? You got to pay for it. Number three is you go traditional print media, right? Traditional, anything in a traditional sense, whether it's a TV advertising, whether it's a print media, or anything traditional which you pay for it. I don't go to the print media unless it's really like for real estate agents. Some of our clients were real estate agents. They love this. They just got to do print. Why? Because that's what they're gonna want to give it to people when they walk into the property. That's happened. So if you are a printer in any suburb, number one clients for those printer people are the real estate agents. So that's what real estate agents, because they need it every weekend for new properties. They want to get a lot of things printed. So if you have a client who's a printer, the real estate agents are number one target market for that. Influencer is that, then the social media market of Google, right? So Google ads or YouTube ads, Twitter, depending which part of the world you live in this side where we live in Australia and New Zealand, Facebook marketing, YouTube marketing, or Google marketing works the best. We don't have that good much a Twitter market at the moment. So Twitter is not as good as compared to every other country, right? So Twitter works well, but only if you live in the US or European countries. So these are three things for paid marketing. As I said earlier, one of the things to keep in mind, this is fast. This is pretty slow, right? This is very slow. And it takes a bit of time to build it. It's not that quick. You got to be patient about it. So one of the things which I've kind of learned is you can't rely on one or the other. It's kind of, it works together. While you're doing the fast, or while you're doing this method, you can start working on this along with that to earn the trust. Start owning the traffic, start owning the database, meaning that when you have leads coming through, you are actually owning those leads. So you need to start nurturing those leads as quickly as possible, as sending them the videos, sending them 3 or 4 emails a week, and having a constant conversation with those people is one of the best methods, right? So let's have a look at the number 3 one. What do we got? Number 3. Number 3 is all about, I don't like this, it's let's do it again, see if I can get it right. Okay, this is good. Number 3 is all about partnerships, right? Meaning that working with somebody or partnering with somebody to help you scale. So depending which level they're at, partnership, to be honest, doesn't work if you're just starting out, right? So if you're just starting your business, you only had 5 clients, partnership is not a good method to explore when you're just getting started. One of the biggest reasons for this is because your credibility is not there in the marketplace. Anybody who's got the database, who's got the audience, who's got the people, that person looking for his image or her image to be the next level when the partnership with you. So it's something to be keeping in mind that when you're getting started, don't spend much time trying to do partnerships, because people are looking for people like them at their level. So you got to be at some level to go out and speak to people. Number 1 in partnership is, let's look at it, is JVs, right? So we do a joint ventures with people. Number 2 is referrals, and number 3 with people is I reckon it's part of this. So JV is what I mean by that. You actually very specifically doing a joint venture with certain type of people, right? Working with certain type of people and saying, hey, if you are a marketing agency, and I'm a business coach. Let's work together on this, right? So meaning that they all have. Or if you're an accountant, we are a marketing agency. Let's work together. Or if you are a life coach, we are a marketing agency. Let's work together. So you can actually do a JV with those kind of people and work together with different type of way you don't have direct competition with people, right? So JV for that. Referral is very specific referral programs in your business. Many businesses have referral, right? So you must set up your referral program that if somebody refer you, what do they get? What do they get, right? So there is a huge business around it. Companies like or businesses like BNI, they actually have the entire business system is set up on referrals because everybody kind of refer to everybody else. You could be part of that group if you want to be, right? So they look for many marketing agencies to be part of that. So BNI is one of them where they just exchange referrals. You don't have to pay anything to each other, but they just exchange referrals, and that's available on the websites. Everything is there, but there is also a referral program you can put together, right? Number three is very specifically client referrals. So it's not some sort of program you're running. There is nothing getting paid. You just provided the best service to your client, and they're going out and talking about your services. They're going out and speaking to other people about your methods, about your systems, about how you made them feel. That's all about comes with when you serve clients, right? When you make those clients feel good about whatever you deliver, right? So that's why it's really important to serve your client to 100% the best thing you can do, right? So most people, here's one thing: if you want to retain clients for longer term, you deliver what you said you're going to deliver. Right, so that's it. It's not a rocket science. We don't need to do anything special. It's just doing what we said we're going to do, and it's so simple in that sense, but most people just kind of forget that. Most people don't even deliver what they said they're going to deliver when the sale was made. So it's really important to get into this, that hey, Mr. Client, I want to keep you for longer term, and I'm going to deliver exactly what I said I'm going to deliver. And at the end, I'm looking for referrals, right? I'm looking for referrals, I'm looking for testimonials, I'm looking for something, right? So you got to be really, really clear. So this is a client attraction method, three methods or three ways to get more clients in your business coming in. Here's one thing which I really want to share with you guys before you get into it and say, hey, I'm going to do it. Whatever you pick, whatever you're going to do for 90 days, and do for 90 days minimum. My suggestion would be do for 12 months. Stick to that for 12 months if possible. Don't change it, because whatever that might be, you're doing it. Do it for 12 months. Sometime you might have to tweak it. Sometimes things don't work to begin with. Sometimes things just don't happen day one. So 90 days pretty quick, but do it minimum 90 days. If you can do it for 12 months. I personally love to stick to things for 12 months and see what happens, right? So that's the number one thing. Number two thing is pick one strategy. Pick one. Don't try to pick all of them. When I say pick one, meaning that make that as your main method. Right? Doesn't mean that you don't do others, but make sure you pick one and stick with that for next 12 months. Because what most people do is they're trying to master everything, because we all hear it. Hey, I shouldn't have one source of getting clients. I need to have multiple sources to getting clients. Until your income is not reached 15, $20,000 a month, you shouldn't explore many other options. Why? Because you want to it sort of takes time. Any partnership's going to do, anything you're going to do, it will take time. So my suggestion is stick with the one thing, stick with that one. If you can afford it, go with paid. It's fast and it gives you results really quickly. Once you have clients coming through, then you can get to the next level by doing it, right? So it's really, 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 really important. I can't stress enough that how important sticking to this one thing is really important. Very quick story. We ran, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, we used to run, a company. One of the mistakes we made, um, we ran our ad campaigns, which were return on investment was pretty good. We were doing 70, $80,000 a month with that ad account, and it was working really well. Biggest mistake I made was, um, I only stayed with one thing for way too longer, meaning that I should have explored different options when I reached, say, 10, 15 grand a month instead of 80. We just stayed with one method, which was a paid method through Facebook ads, and our ad accounts got blocked. And it was August, I think 30th of August. And yeah, that's it, shut down. And next 3 months, zero income. We had to let go many staff members as part of that. It was a pretty painful, right? Pretty painful. Zero income. They didn't allow us to start that back again. Um, yeah, so we had to pivot. We had to change everything what we were doing. So that was the biggest thing happened, right? So make sure you stayed with one thing, stayed with the one method, and stay there for long. So number three thing is what people usually say that, Jag, it's really hard for this bit. I find it really hard doing this, meaning that it's really hard to do the videos, it's really hard to send out emails, it's really hard to do the earned thing, right? So meaning that earning the trust by doing certain thing consistently, it's hard. Look, it's hard, right? It's not easy. So here is a sort of things to make your life easier. Doesn't matter what sort of rituals you follow. If you have some sort of rituals, if you have some sort of day method, if you have some sort of method to make things happen, meaning that you wake up in the morning, you go out and have a coffee. If you're like me, go and drop the kids off at school, come back, bring your coffee, and start working. That's the way my day starts, right? So if you have days like that, you want to add certain things in that in the morning rituals so that you can make things happen, right? So you need to do certain things uh, to do that, right? So for me is really important that every day, this is doesn't matter what I do. For me, I need to share every day. That's just part of my business process, part of being like this from last 2 years now. So either I share with the video, that's my thing. Either I share with the blog, or either I share with audio or podcast. I stopped doing podcast, which I'm going to start again. Just rebranded it very recently. So I'm going to start back again. But this is how I do it. Either I do video, either I do a blog, either I do audio. Something has to be done by sharing that. So you can do the same thing. Pick one of these things or pick all of them, depending, it doesn't matter what you do. But you need to add them as part of your rituals. It's like doing a meditation. You must share your thoughts. You must share your thoughts, right? That's you, because everybody else can do other things. They can, copy your funnels. You can get lead magnet from other people. You can, deliver like somebody else, but they can't copy your thoughts. That's your thoughts. That's your way of thinking. That's what you do it as a person. That's how you see the world. That's how you say things. That's how you speak to other people, right? That's your thoughts. So nobody can copy those things. So go out and share your thoughts exactly the way you are, not like other people, right? So that's it for me. I hope this made sense today, right? So we talked about client attraction method. How do you get clients for your business? If you, it doesn't matter which level you're at, right? Whether you're starting out 10, 20, 30,000, or you haven't had any clients yet and you're looking for mates, make things happen. So that's how we do it. So this is what we're going to do every Monday at this time, and come and share certain things so that you can take your agency to whatever level you are from to $1 million revenue, right? So the goal is to take it to $1 million revenue so that you can start creating a leverage lifestyle where you need, and that's going to be happening after that, right? So, all right, that's it. Cool stuff. I see a lot of people here. All right, guys, good work, good work. Any questions while you guys here? I didn't even see there's a lot of people here online. Good stuff, guys. Awesome. Any questions before we go? Before we have a conversation, before we go? Any questions? Any questions? Cool. Awesome. All right, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually put this video back in this our community so you guys can have access to this as well. All right. That's it for me. Thank you. Have a great and awesome week, and I'll speak to you guys very soon.